Good day everyone, so let's begin the Bailu doll review and let's start with the case for the doll. So as you can see here, I've got a proper case to carry the doll with wheels and stuff, so if you want to do a photo shoot or carry the doll around, you can do it. But the most important reason for having a case is so that you can store the doll properly and make sure that there isn't anything like dust and so on. So if you'll just excuse me, I've got one hand on the camera and so on. We'll take a look at how the doll is, but you need to store it very, very precisely because, well, you don't want to damage it. So once I open it, you can see this little Bailu doll. These little pads are obviously for ensuring that things don't move around, which is kind of important. But here's little Bailu, and we can obviously just take out the wig. Just be careful, we should probably need to make sure we don't break it or anything, but the wig itself we'll just comb over a bit later. But you can see there is the actual hair for the doll, and there's little Bailu, and obviously with the blanket here, this blanket is to protect the doll body. This is the vinyl or the soft vinyl head for the doll. As you can see there is the painting in precise detail. So hopefully, you can appreciate the amount of work that went into Bailu. Now, this is a heavy doll, so I'm going to have to pick this up with two hands. So if you'll just excuse me for a moment. Okay, so I've just taken out the doll and quickly dressed it, and I've unscrewed the head. So here is the little Bailu head. Effectively, if you look at it from the inside, you just kind of screw on the head and you put screw it on there, and then there you go. You've got a working Bailu doll. So the vinyl head, as you can see here, is just pretty much interchangeable with the rest of the body. The body itself is standardized, so it means that you can put in, let's say, an Hida head or a Paimon head, or if you've got like a larger doll size, you can put in a Sparkle or a Shenhe head or whatever they've got in stock, and effectively you can then interchange it as well as with the clothes. So if we just quickly take a bit of a deeper or a more detailed look at the doll, you can see here that it's a very soft finish. Typically you don't want to store the doll with any of the clothes, and the reason is that this can stain the doll, or it can stain this doll body and so on. But I've got a silicone body, so it's not that much of a problem. But the silicone body is incredibly flexible. You can really play with all the joints. Just quickly hold on, quickly bend the knee here, and there you go. You've got a bent Bailu knee. It's the same here with the little fingers. You can play with them, do all sorts of little cute stuff as you want to. So the doll itself is incredibly flexible, and what I'm going to do now is just fully dress up the doll. So there you go. There's the little Bailu clothes, and then I'll just screw on the head, and then you'll see the final doll product. It's pretty cool. Bailu, look at that. In a full uniform, fully dressed. There is a little tail, as you can see here in the background, which is just so cool. You can attach it obviously at the back. You've got the little necklace here, the golden necklace that she's got around there. The little finger pointing out, almost like that little glee pose. The little horns here, they're very... it's kind of difficult to put them on, but it's just whatever. And then you've got the wig here, which just needs constantly, constant maintenance. You can see with my little fine comb that I've got, just to make sure that you comb it properly. Oops, there falls the horn. But you understand, so this is basically how the dolls work. They're quite a bit of there we go, you can see they're very, very gently taking off the horns. They're quite a bit of hard work to work with and put onto display. But once you get it right, you can get quite a good composite picture. And as promised before, you can take little Bailu's hands and stuff. You can just move it very, very gently. So if you want, let's say, to have a different pose, you can make her say hello. So I'm just going to quickly adjust the fingers like they are right there. And there you go. Now you've got a little Bailu saying hello. One thing that I will say about the doll is that Bailu is freaking heavy. I mean, you can see here, this is not a small little doll. She is, if you take a proper good look at the doll, she is pretty big. I think she stands at about almost 90 centimeters, so quite a massive doll, and she weighs about 14 kilograms, so not easy to move. But obviously with the flexibility of the entire skeleton and stuff, let me just move the hands, let's say together here for you. There certainly comes that trade-off. So you've got a workable exoskeleton. So that's not going to be a good pose. Let's try and put it together like that. There we go. Sorry for that. So here you can see I've put the little hands together, you know, Bailu obviously scheming to do something which is so typical of what she can do. I'll just try and get the pose for like the thumbnail and something like that. There you go. Actually, that's not too bad. Perhaps let's make that a little bit more natural. You can see there's so much fun you can have just in terms of playing and putting up the poses. So this is Bailu scheming. But yeah, I mean, the doll is heavy. There's a lot you can do with it, but the benefit is that because you've got the skeleton, she sits by herself, and you can do stuff with her from all sorts of different angles and so on, which I think is really adorable. But yeah, guys, that's been it for my little Bailu doll review. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and you've enjoyed this little fun, quirky hobby that I've got, and it has been pretty fun just exploring Bailu as it is. If you've got any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching.